So, welcome everyone. I'm so thrilled that you are willing to share some of your evening with me and jump on here to chat about Norwex. I love to talk about Norwex. My name is Lysandra Vanderhaar and I am an independent consultant with Norwex. I have been using Norwex in my home for about 5 years, and I have been a consultant for almost 3, which is crazy and so much fun, and I just have had amazing experiences. So I'm really excited that you guys are coming on here live. I see Heather's here, which is awesome, and Colleen is coming on. Awesome, guys. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to comment. I want you to ask questions. Like, this is your chance to connect and to get all your Norwex questions answered. Like I said, this is Norwex 101. And what I'm going to do is go over a lot of the basics about Norwex. Many of you have probably used these products before, or maybe you're thinking about using them, and I want you to know how to use them. What I found is my 5 years in using Norwex, I run into people all the time who don't know how to use their products. Meaning that they maybe purchased something like this, a Norwex Envirocloth, and they just put it in a cupboard because they thought, oh, I don't know how to wash it, I don't know how to take care of it, I'm not sure what to use it on, I can't remember. Did they say use it wet? Did they say use it dry? And so not only is the Norwex party important, but just the education behind it. And this is, honestly, I got into Norwex just for the discount. I wanted a discount on the products, but then I realized how important it is to know how to use your products, because you pay good money for them. And if you don't know how to use them, you won't use them. And my goal is to get you to use them, because if you use Norwex products, then you don't have to use any chemicals at all in your home. And I can say that 5 years later from my first Norwex party, I'm now chemical free in my house. There are no chemicals in my house. And I'm really proud to say that. It's taken a while. It didn't happen overnight, but I finally have all the products in the catalog in my home, and I've found ways to use all of them to get the toxins out, to get the chemicals out. So I'm so glad you guys are here to listen and to learn, and I want to start out by sharing a little bit about what Norwex stands for. And I usually try to explain this to people because Norwex is kind of a strange name. And what it stands for is Norwegian experience. So these products originated over in Norway. So they're in Europe and they came over through Canada and they're sort of trickling down through the Midwest. Very new in the US. Very new, even out in California and down in Florida, Norwex is brand new. So we are really excited to share it. So I'm already getting some comments. Please comment and ask questions. What are your 5 favorites? Oh, I love that question. So we're going to talk about my 5 favorites. Absolutely. This being the very first one. And I realize this is backwards to you guys. It's backwards to me too. But I want to show you this because here's Norwex, which I was just talking about, Norwegian experience. And then you're going to see the word backlock up here, which is important. So take a note of that. And then you're going to see this word, Enviro. Hey, Elaine. All right. So Enviro is the name of this cloth. It's called the Envirocloth. This cloth now comes in 5 different colors. And this is your cleaning cloth. This is your multi-purpose everything cloth. So think Enviro, E for everything, everywhere. You are going to use this cloth. And I'm showing you a blue one because I want you to remember that we're going to use our Envirocloth wet with water when we clean. It does make a good dry duster, but the goal is to use it wet. So I have probably 4 of these in my house, and I take them from room to room. I just keep them in one drawer in my kitchen, and when I need an Envirocloth, when I need to clean up a mess on the floor, if I have something spilled, if I have a dirty mess, if I need to do my windows, if I need to wipe down my appliances, if I need to clean the inside of my microwave, if I'm cleaning my bathroom, this is what I'm going to as my Envirocloth. I also do all of my dusting with this. So what I do is I get this wet. This is a microfiber cloth. Who's used microfiber before? If yes, give me like a thumbs up or something along those lines. Oh, Heather's Norwegian. Yes, Heather. This is your stuff. This is your homeland, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm getting a thumbs up. You guys have used microfiber. Yeah, so what we love about microfiber, I'm just going to throw this over my shoulder here. It's like a burp cloth, right? So what we know about microfiber is that it's different from cotton, because when we use cotton cloths sort of like push the dust and dirt around. You guys know what I'm talking about? So I have white countertops and white sinks in my bathroom, and I know if I use cotton cloth, it just pushes the dust around. The dust is still there, and I'm fighting with it. I'm spraying more Windex and spraying other products to try and, you know, sop it all up. But with microfiber, the threads have these little fingers in them. They're microscopic threads. That's where the word microfiber comes from. Microfiber is how thin or how small the thread is inside your cloth. So legally, by definition, if you're going to buy microfiber in the US or in North America, microfiber is 1/6 of a human hair. So right here, I'm showing you one little hair, if you can see it. One little hair, you cut it 6 times, and that's how small the thread is, 1/6 of a human hair. That's how small the thread is inside normal microfiber. Well, Norwex goes way above and beyond this. So what this means is the thread in this cloth is 1/200th of a human hair. So if you took that same little hair and you cut it 200 times, that's how small, that's how microscopic the thread is inside this cloth. So what does that mean? There's a lot of cleaning power in this cloth, a lot of cleaning power. So let me give you an example. Think of a bike. You got a bicycle, right? You've got 2 wheels on that bicycle, and you're headed down a dirt road. And on that front wheel, you have 6 spokes, right? 6 spokes. And on the back wheel, you have 200 spokes. So you're going down a dirt road on your bicycle. Which wheel is going to pick up more dirt from that dirt road? Any guesses? What do you guys got for me? Yeah. 200, right? So think about all the surface area. Each one of those spokes can pick up all that dirt and dust and grime. These are little microfiber fingers that can pick up anything and everything in its way. So if I were to unravel this cloth, I have a quiz question for you guys, and you can earn a free cloth. I'm going to send you a free cloth in the mail to the first person who gets this right. Are you ready? So, live tonight, the first person who answers this question right will get a cloth. This cloth right here, Envirocloth, will stretch. If I were to unravel the fibers, it will stretch from Canada all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. That's a long ways, a long ways. So how long is it? How many feet of fiber are in this cloth? Okay, that's your quiz question, from Canada all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. So if you know it, type it in for me, put it in the comments, and I'm sending you a free cloth. Also, guys, please put in your comments. The more comments we get, the more entries you have into the drawings tonight, because that's what's fun about Norwex. We can give away lots of free goodies. So think about all that cleaning power, a lot of cleaning power. So I get this wet, and I actually start with my bathroom light fixtures, and I love to follow my Envirocloth with this cloth. This is the purple one. This is often called like our polishing cloth, and it has the word window right on it. It's also called the window cloth. Give me a heart or like a big smiley if you guys love the window cloth. I want to hear about it. So this polishes, and it doesn't leave any streaks behind, nothing at all. So I want my bathroom to be shiny, right? No streaks. So what I do is I go through my house, and I have the blue one in one hand, wet, and I'm washing the light fixture, and then I'm drying it. So the reason I want to dry it is to get rid of the streaks. Now the blue cloth alone is going to get rid of all the dirt and grime and everything, but this is going to polish it and get rid of all the streaks, which is what we're looking for. So light fixture, mirror, wash, and dry. It's literally like wax on, wax off, but you're using water only, no wax, because, you know, wax I'm sure has chemicals in it, right? And then, most wax products do anyway. And then I'm going to do my bathroom fixtures, get them to shine, wet and dry, my bathroom counter, I do my floor, I do my toilet, and I rinse it out and I hang it to dry. So you're thinking, wait a minute, toilet with a cloth and water only, and then you're just going to rinse it dry, and you're not having me use any bleach? Exactly. So you're not going to use any chemicals with this cloth. So the reason is, the microfiber, like I said, can pick up everything in its path. This cloth can actually pick up 99% of bacteria, germs, viruses. The little tiny protein molecules that make up viruses can be picked up from a surface by this cloth. So think about door handles, where you get, you know, people sneeze, grab a door handle, germs, right? Oh, we got some guesses coming in. Like 16,000 feet, 2,000 feet. Oh no, miles. 2,000 miles, 3,000 miles. Okay, you guys got to go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. Good guesses though, I love it. So this is picking up, like I said, everything in its path. 99% germs, bacteria, dust, viruses, anything and everything this cloth can pick up with water only. So why do you need a cleaner? right? This is going to pick it up. But you're using water. When you're done, you rinse it out in hot water and you hang it to dry. So over the next 18 to 24 hours, this cloth is going to go through its own self-purification process. So what does that mean? This cloth, the thread, has silver embedded into the microfiber. Silver. So I'm talking like precious metals. Think about gold. Think about silver jewelry. These metals are naturally antimicrobial and antibacterial. What that means is germs can't grow. Bacteria cannot grow on silver, and it cannot grow on gold. So we're using silver here. Think about back to war times. You know, early war times, soldiers are out in the field for months at a time. You know, they weren't popping bottles of fresh, purified spring drinking water, right? No. What they had were canteens, and they would put a silver coin inside that canteen. So the silver coin inside that canteen would prevent bacterial growth, would allow them to have pure, clean drinking water when they're out on the field for weeks or months at a time. So we're going to adopt that same technology into our microfiber. So we're talking ancient technology we're using in this microfiber. And if those of you maybe have worked in a hospital before, or are nurses, or know much about surgery, silver is used quite a bit in Europe in hospitals, but in the US here we use it more so like in bandages, so wound dressings, burn victims, their wound dressings, we'll put silver bandages over there to prevent bacterial growth. Pretty cool, right? So that's how these cloths work. And you don't need any Windex, you don't need any bleach, you don't need any Lysol, you don't need any cleaners at all. So these are going to replace your paper towel, your cotton cloths, these two. They are also going to replace your Windex, your bleach, your 409, any cleaner. These will replace water only. And you can do your whole house. So I gave you the bathroom example, but you're going to want to do your appliances. You're going to want to do the inside of your car. You're going to want to get those germs off your door handles. You're going to love this for your windows. These windows will shine. So who's used the purple cloth? Tell me about shining windows. They shine, right? Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. So these two cloths are the cloths that started the company. Yeah, these two cloths started Norwex. And today we have so many more products that we can we've added to the arsenal. And so I want to share a few of those with you. And if you guys want me to talk about specific products, please comment. Please ask me questions, tell me, and I will pull. I've got a whole bunch of the products here in front of me. I got my bag, so I'm happy to pull them out and share with you. But I want to ask you one thing. Do you guys use like bleach wipes, Clorox wipes, Lysol wipes, disinfectant wipes on the counter? Oh, Barb's saying that's what Andrea is for. Yeah, so Andrea introduced me to Norwex. Yes. All right, so anyone, any users? Any disinfectant wipe users in here? A couple, yes. Okay, so Heather's saying yes. So here's my challenge to you, to Heather, to Colleen, to anyone. Not anymore, Elaine, yay! All right, here's my challenge to you. I want you guys, even if you're not using them, when you're in the store, turn around the directions, turn around that label, read the directions. So first of all, there's an asterisk on the front of the container, and it says that it kills, 99% of bacteria. But when you read that little asterisk, it only kills 5 strains of bacteria, just 5. So there's way more than 5 strains of bacteria, probably, in my house, on my kitchen sink right now for sure. So it only kills 5. So number one, not a very effective product. But the other thing, when you read those directions, it says on there that you're supposed to clean the surface first. Well, what are the wipes for then, right? We use the wipes to clean the surface, but the directions are telling us to clean the surface first. Then you're supposed to use the wipe as a disinfectant. So that means you're putting that wipe on, you're making the surface wet using the disinfectant, and then read the directions further. It's going to tell you to keep it wet for at least 4 minutes. We don't do that, right? We don't do that. There's no need to do that. We think, oh, wipe and done. But that wipe is going to dry out pretty fast. So it's hard, it's barely even possible to allow that surface to stay wet for 4 minutes. And then you have to let the surface dry for 10 minutes before you touch it, because there are harmful chemicals inside those wipes. And if so number one, you should be using gloves when you use it. Because anything that touches our skin, it can get into our bloodstream within 26 seconds. So think about using those Clorox wipes. If you're not using a glove, all of those chemicals are getting into your bloodstream. You're touching it and they're in there fast, right? So those are harmful chemicals. Those are endocrine disruptors. Those are other chemicals that are not safe for us whatsoever and shouldn't even be in our house. So think about wet for 4 minutes, and then you have to wait for 10 minutes for those to dry, for those chemicals to start to evaporate. So something to think about, right? And it's so easy to grab those wipes and wipe the counter. I know we got our school supply list this year, and sure enough, every student had to bring a container of Clorox wipes. And I was super excited to bring my Envirocloths instead, to offer those to the classroom instead of the disinfectant wipes. Because the other thing that those wipes say right on the front, caution, do not use around children. And how many of us with kids in our homes or classrooms do use those with children? So, okay, these are gonna replace all of that with water only, water only. So then this is another one of my favorites. So we're kind of going through more than my top 5, but this is my top 3 so far. This is called the dusting mitt. Who's used this one before? So what you do is you rough it up with your hand, and then you do all of your dry dusting. So you're gonna take this mitt and wipe down your woodwork. You're gonna wipe down your electronics. Think about your TV, all that black dust that shows up on your TV and whatnot. You're also going to use it to dust your picture frames, your lamps, anything wrought iron. This is a great, great tool. I actually love to put 2 of them on and just kind of go through and dust my house. And then you can also use this wet. So when you're done using it dry, just go shake it outside, sort of hit it against the side of the house, whatever you need to do. And then you're gonna get it wet and you're gonna wring it out. Now this is for your dirty jobs. You're gonna love this for your dirty jobs. You put it on, and then you're gonna go wipe down your patio furniture, your table, your chairs, anything you have outside. You can also wipe down my play set. Anything and everything I do with water only in this guy outside. And then what I love is to do my windows with this one outside. So I have trees, big trees by my house. I have tree sap. And so what I do is I actually have this newer product. This is called the Envirocloth mitt, a window mitt. It's actually called a car mitt. It's awesome for the car. But it's a window cloth and a mitt. And so what I do is I use the blue one wet, and I wipe down the outside of my windows, and then I dry with this window mitt. And what's so cool about this is you've got the window cloth on 2 sides. So it's that same purple one I showed you. And then what you do is you are gonna flip this over, and then you have 2 more cleaning sides. So cool, right? And then, oh wait, you get to flip it again and you have 2 more cleaning sides. So this is where Norwex just blows me away. Like, not only are these products super legit and they save you tons of time and tons of money, they're smart, right? Innovative. Norwex, like I said, it replaces your disinfectants, it replaces your cleaners, but it's also going to replace your paper towel. Are you a paper towel user? Anybody in here? Yeah. So think about all the paper towel use. And we've done studies with it, and Norwex will actually save you at least $95 in the first year of using these in place of paper towel when you're doing your cleaning. And that doesn't even mean like your regular paper towel spills. This is all of your cleaning in your house. Incredible, right? So these 3 are called the household package, and you can get these from Norwex for $53, 53 bucks. Yeah, this will clean 90% of your home with just water only. This is a steal. And then I also want to share with you this Enviro wand, because this is another package. It's called the the Household Package Plus. And so this is a soft chenille microfiber, and this wand can bend any which way. So I just had it bend sort of like over ceiling fan blades. I love when I've gone into houses and there's been like a huge like deer or like moose or something on the wall, and I'll like get up there and dust it. That's super fun. There's a lot of cool things you can dust with this guy. Also love it for your dryer. So pull out your dryer vent and tuck this guy right inside there, and you're gonna pull all that lint out. You might even find some money too. I've pulled out a $20 bill before. And then you can bend it like this, and you could go outside and clean your gutters. This is just a sleeve. It comes right off. Like I said, this is called the Enviro wand, and you can do a lot of cleaning with this guy, and then just throw it in the wash. Super easy. So speaking of wash, how do we wash these products? If we're not gonna use any chemicals to clean, how do we keep the cloths clean? Well, the first thing you're going to do, like I said, is go ahead and just rinse them out in hot water and hang them to dry. That's your #1 goal, because it allows the bacteria and that self-purification process to start happening. So that bacteria is going to dry, it's going to die, and then it's going to dissipate. It's gone, all with just that hot water activation by rinsing it out in hot water. But after a while, your cloth can get kind of gummy. So what I did here, I don't know if you just noticed, I put some butter on this mirror I have set up. So this butter is to represent like greasy fingers, dog noses, whatever is dirty in your house, germs. And butter, I mean, you're not going to clean with butter. This is just the demonstration of how to get it off, right? Okay, so the butter here is greasy, right? If you were to take a Windex and paper towel to this, it'd be a mess. I'm not even gonna do the demo because you guys already know. I don't need to show you what paper towel and Windex is gonna do. But I am gonna show you what the Envirocloth can do. So again, this is just a wet Envirocloth. And I hope that you can see this. My lighting's a little weird today. But look at that, one swipe. I don't even need to go over it again. I'm gonna just because. But look at how easy that is, water. And then I'm gonna take this purple cloth and I'm going to dry my mirror here. So you guys are going to see, hopefully on camera, that these streaks are just going to disappear, completely disappear. So all of the butter is gone and there are no streaks left behind. And that's what you want. This is what you want. No streaks, right? So super, super shiny. Think about your bathroom mirrors, your fixtures, your windows, right? Your car windows, all of it, water only. That's how these cloths work. Because like I said, this is like Norwex 101 we're going through here. So what if you have a job that's a little too tough for the Envirocloth and the window cloth? So I'm thinking, oh, like my stove, right? Burnt on food. I made some lentil chili last night and I let it on there, stay on the stove for quite a while, and it bubbled over a little. So now I have a lentil chili mess to clean up. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is called the cleaning paste. Has anybody used this before? So what you're going to do is, it's a chalky material. It only has 3 ingredients. It has marble flour, natural soap, and some coconut oil. And so what you're going to do is get something scrubby, a little sponge. I have a couple of things that I love. This is one I use for the bathroom. This is called the bathroom scrub mitt. So I'm going to get this wet and take a little dab, chalky dab, and then I'm going to scrub my shower, my tub, get all that soap scum off, that dirt, that grime, the hard water buildup around my my fixtures. Yeah, any lime, calcium, any of that. You're going to use with this. But okay, back to the stove, right? Because you're like, wait a minute, you didn't tell me how to clean my stove. This is how we're going to do it. This is called the Speary sponge. We also have a new cloth called the Enviro sponge. It's brand new. And it's a similar scrubby texture. So this guy is called the Speary sponge. It's made of a neoprene nylon. So you get this wet, a little dab of your cleaning paste, little dab, and then you can scrub your entire stove. You can get your sink. You can get all that hard water buildup around your bathroom faucet fix, you know, or your kitchen faucet. Awesome, awesome tool. I also do all my pots and pans with this. So I scrub my pots and pans, my greasy, grimy, dirty, baked on, caked on dishes, my baking dishes, anything that goes in the oven. This is what I'm going to use for. Stainless steel appliance. Ooh, good question. So stainless steel appliances are tricky because there's all different grades. There's real soft stainless steel, which can scratch. And then there's like industrial stainless steel, and think of like a food service kitchen. This is amazing for a food service kitchen. This is amazing for a stainless steel sink because that's industrial grade in your house even. However, stainless steel appliances, some are real soft. And for that reason, I probably wouldn't use a cleaning paste. I know people who use it, but I wouldn't want to steer you in the wrong direction because I wouldn't want it to scratch. So what I would use would be these guys, the Envirocloth and the window cloth. Yeah, great, great tool. And when we wash the cloths, I kind of got distracted, didn't I, on that? I got into my cleaning paste tangent because I love the cleaning paste so much. By the way, this cleaning paste, I have one that I've had for 5 years. It lasts so long, a really long time, because you use a very, very small amount. So when you go to wash your cloths in the washing machine, what you're going to do, say a kitchen cloth or a body cloth, I'd wash once a week. And this Envirocloth and my window cloth, so I'm only going to wash these like once a month. Same with my, my dusting mitt, my Enviro wand. I only wash a couple times a year, not very often. But I'm going to use the Norwex soap, and the reason is because it doesn't have any fillers. There's no fillers, meaning no sulfates, no parabens, no artificial dyes, no artificial fragrances, nothing that's going to clog up your fibers, because when your fibers get clogged up, then the Norwex microfiber can't do its job. It's a very tiny microscopic fiber, and if it gets clogged with fillers from your normal laundry detergent, those fillers are going to coat the fibers. If the fibers get coated, then what happens to the bacteria? It lands on the fillers, right? It lands on the coating, and it's not going to land on the silver. So the silver can't kill it. It can't get rid of it. So you want to be cautious of that when you're washing your cloths. So this is the gold standard. This is the Norwex Ultra Power Plus. It's a powdered laundry detergent, and you only use 1 teaspoon. Yeah, guys, 1 teaspoon. 1 bag, this is a sample bag. A full bag is twice as big. 1 bag can last you, I mean, just months and months because you're only using 1 teaspoon. And you're not just washing your Norwex cloths, you're washing everything in this because we don't need those fillers on our clothes too. I talked about the chemicals and how they can get into your skin with 26 seconds, right? So think about the chemicals in those products. And then on top of that, our fabric softeners. So we're so accustomed to using fabric softeners, right? They make our clothes smell amazing. They help to get rid of some of the wrinkles, and then they also soften our fabric. So it's just why they're called fabric softeners. So we have a healthy alternative because did you know that fabric softeners, dryer sheets are the one of the most toxic items you bring into your home. They're in the top 5. I would even put it at number 1. And I learned this years ago when my grandpa used to put dryer sheets in his pockets to go golfing, and he told me that, well, they got rid of the mosquitoes. They kept all the bugs away. Well, sure, they kept the bugs away because they're an insect repellent. I mean, that's a harsh chemical. Many people put them in their campers to get rid of mice. So what we want to do is get rid of those toxic chemicals and use something like these wool dryer balls. Have you ever heard of putting tennis balls in your dryer? Yeah, so that's just a louder way to go. This is a quieter way to go. So what you do is you use the tennis balls and you throw all 3 of them. They come in a set of 3. I'm sorry, the dryer balls. Tennis balls will be the same scenario, right? So you throw them in and they fluff and tumble your laundry. So they're keeping everything moving. These are 100% wool and they're nice and quiet so they don't make all that racket. And as they fluff and tumble your laundry, number 1, they're gonna dry a lot faster. Yeah, so you're saving drying time and you're saving heat too, saving energy. So you're gonna turn down the heat, turn down your drying time. And you're still gonna have clothes that are drying faster even with the low heat, which is better on your clothing too, right? Because when we use that high heat on our clothing, it breaks down the fibers in our clothes. So this is gonna be a better option for that. And then we're also preventing static, yes. Because over-drying, overheating our clothes is what creates static. So we throw these guys in, turn down our time, turn down our heat, and we're gonna not have staticky or wrinkly clothes if you get it out right away, right? Because you're finding my clothes sort of like fall in this nice little pile versus like going around in a heap, right? And if they go in the heap, then they're staying in a heap. And so by the time I get to the clothes, they're a wrinkly mess. But these guys keep things moving, and so they fall real nicely, and then nothing is wrinkly. So I love that. Okay guys, so what other questions do you have for me? I'm going to start wrapping up here because I just wanted to talk about kind of my favorite items, which I've already talked about more than 5, but I have a couple more I want to share. And this one here is called the Blue Diamond. So I use this guy in my toilet, and I will say that the toilet bowl cleaner was the last chemical that I got rid of in my house. It took me a while to get rid of the toilet bowl cleaner because number 1, I have really hard water. Number 2, I had some old toilets. So you think old toilets and hard water, that's a bad combination. You know, I had mold, I had rust in the toilets, I had lime scale, I had a mess in my toilets. But this is called the Blue Diamond, and it's an all-in-one bathroom cleaner that's non-toxic. So you can use it in a little spray bottle with water to spray down your shower, your soap scum in your bathroom, your hard water buildup around your sink. And then you can also use it straight in just the concentrated form, a couple drops in the toilet to clean your toilet. And here's what I love to use with it. So this is my toilet brush. And it is made of a food grade silicone, but these bristles have the silver in it. So the same silver that's in our Envirocloth, the same silver that's in any of the cloths I've showed you today, the backlock, remember that? Backlock means it has the silver in it. So this toilet brush has backlock. Incredible, right? So this is really cool. It's got a little lip to get underneath the, oh, you guys are still guessing. I love it. Oh, that's a big guess. You're not quite there though, not quite there. This little lip gets under the rim of the toilet, super smart, right? And then you scrub all of, the other junk from the toilet with this guy here. And then, like I said, I just used a couple drops of Blue Diamond. This lasts me for years. This is actually the one for my bathroom, and I've had it up there for a while. Because everything Norwex makes is ultra concentrated. Everything has a 2-year warranty. Norwex understands that the harsh chemicals we put into the environment are hurting our water systems, are hurting our aquatic life. They're hurting just the general environment that we're in touch with, right? So the idea is to reduce the chemical use, to protect our environment just as much as it is to protect us and what we touch and breathe in as well. So this is a great tool. This is like close to top 5, Colleen, with the blue diamond, of course. And then I mentioned hard water. Does anyone here have hard water? You guys have hard water? Anybody with me? So this is called the Descaler, and this is magical for hard water. Honestly, if you have city water, you don't need this unless you only want to clean your shower like twice a year. So this is like a serious elbow grease. If you only want to clean your shower twice a year, you get your shower wet, you spray this on, you let it sit 10 minutes, and then you scrub it off. Bathroom scrub mitt right here. Yeah, piece of cake. If you have hard water, you might have to do a little more than twice a year, but honestly not that often. I probably only use it 3 times a year. And then in between uses, I'm just scrubbing my shower down with this guy. And I love it because I have 2 little kiddos. They take baths, right? So all I need to do is get this wet. If I see a little ring around the tub or any sort of mess in the tub, I just need to get this wet, wipe out my tub, good to go. Awesome, right? Good. So I've shared a bunch of my favorite products. What other questions do you guys have as I'm wrapping up? Because I only wanted to keep you here for 30 minutes, and we're like already at the 30-minute mark. It goes fast, right? Well, I invite you to, most of you here are in my customer group, my Clean Living customer group, and I would love to be able to reach out to more people. So if you knew other Norwex lovers and you'd love to add them to my Clean Living customer group, you can find it on Facebook. It's facebook.com/LyssandraVanderhart/VIP. So that's my Facebook group. Would love to have you guys on there. My email is lysandra@ymail.com, not to be confused with Gmail. Ymail is a branch of Yahoo. Yeah, interesting, right? So make sure you send it to Yahoo, ymail.com. Toothbrush, toothpaste options. Oh, great question, Colleen. Yes, and I have a toothbrush right here. So this is the Norwex toothbrush. This is amazing for anyone, but especially people who are prone to cavities or prone to cold sores, any sort of mouth bacteria. This brush is made of microfiber bristles instead of nylon. So let me tell you about nylon bristles versus microfiber bristles. Nylon harbors bacteria. So just like I showed you the toilet brush, the reason we want a toilet brush like this and not a nylon toilet brush is because they harbor bacteria. Think about how brown and red and nasty and gross your toilet brush gets, right? Same thing with your toothbrush, which is why dentists are now recommending that we change our toothbrush every 3 months instead of every 6 months, because the nylon bristles are just made more cheaply. And the more cheaply they're made, the more bacteria they're going to harbor. So instead of changing your toothbrush every 3 months, this Norwex toothbrush will last you 6 to 9 months with one head. And then thinking about sustainable use, right? And instead of throwing a toothbrush into the landfill every 3 months, we grab one of these, and this is a replacement head. So each toothbrush comes with 2 heads, and then you pop this guy in and you have 6 to 9 months of your toothbrush left. And then what you do is you just buy replacements, you buy refills. So this is 20 bucks, and this is gonna last you a lifetime. It's an incredible product. And the microfiber cleans, right? Just like we said, microfiber gets everything off the surface. These are gonna clean so nicely. Awesome. So also we have toothpaste, and the toothpaste doesn't have any of the junk in it, right? Number one, it doesn't have fluoride, which we unfortunately we don't want. You know, we thought for years and years we needed fluoride, but the reality is we don't in our toothpaste. And so there's no fluoride, and there's no other surfactants or emulsifiers in there. So when you brush, I'm going to be honest with you, you're not going to get like a super foamy brush. Sometimes my girls complain about it because they're not getting enough bubbles. But that's the reality of it. There's no junk and there's no extra surfactants or emulsifiers added to it to create those bubbles. So that's a good thing that it doesn't bubble. It still cleans amazingly. So we have strawberry and we have mint toothpaste. Yeah, great question. Good. All right. Any other products you want me to share? Honestly, the product line is enormous. It's huge. And so my goal is to start presenting some of these products to you guys on a little bit more frequent basis. So if you have topics you want to learn about, post on the Clean Living page. I would love that. Next month, we're going to go over new products. I'm really excited to show you guys all the brand new products that just came out from Norwex. So I mentioned, Nora, we have microfiber for our bathrooms, our cars, our kitchen, our windows, our floors, pretty much everything and everywhere. I didn't even mention our mop system. We'll do a whole other video for that. But Norwex also has microfiber for our bodies. So what does this mean? This is a super soft microfiber. So it's real similar to the Envirocloth, but this is soft. And this side has a loofah on it, and it's a mitt, right? Super smart. So think about just clean it off in the shower, right? So this is the super soft body cloth on one side, and this is more like your loofah. And the reason for this is exfoliating, right? Both sides will exfoliate. But if you got a loofah, get rid of it. So 20 years ago, loofahs were all the rage. Everyone had loofahs. We switched over to loofahs and body gel, and now doctors are saying, no more loofahs because they're just so ridden with bacteria. And they're just contributing to the skin conditions and the bacterial infections that people are getting. So if you got a loofah, guys, throw it out. No good. But this is a body cloth, and it says body right on it, not to be confused with the Envirocloth. Can say backlock on it. And then what I've done is I've just gotten this wet, and I'm going to do a demo for you guys. Are you ready? So I'm going to show you how well this takes off makeup. Not only does it take off makeup, it exfoliates your skin and it cleans your skin. It cleans your whole body. And so what I'm going to do, and this is like my last thing I'm going to do. So if you have any questions, you got to ask. Because once I have my makeup off, I got to turn it off, right? You don't want to see me without my makeup. All right. So this cloth is just wet, super fine microfiber, and I have waterproof mascara on. And look, see, it's coming right off. You can see a huge difference already. So I just wipe and then watch. I'm wiping off my eyebrows, guys, because this is why I said I'm not leaving the video on any longer, because I don't have eyebrows. Am I getting too close to the camera? Am I like freaking you out? So these come in a pack of 3. They come in a pack of 3 for 20 bucks. And I use one. Incredible, right? Took off all my makeup. And then all I do is just wipe down the rest of my face, and then I go to bed. That's all I have to do. It's easy as pie, right? So I'm going to kind of turn this way so you don't have to look at my eye anymore. But fantastic product. Fantastic. Clean your body with no soaps, no chemicals. Like I said, 26 seconds into your bloodstream. You're going to remember that, right? Because I've said it at least 3 times. And it exfoliates your skin, which is amazing. Great, great product. So I've covered my favorites. I've covered at least a top 10 here. We didn't get to talk about the mop, but we can talk about that another day. And I'm so grateful that you guys jumped on here to comment and to ask questions and to learn a little bit more about sort of these Norwex basics, Norwex 101. So any questions, please feel free to email me or check me out on Facebook. Awesome. Have a great night.